Shaw Consulting is 10 years old. In today's podcast, we talk to Chris Shaw about how the business came about and look back over the last decade. So Chris, firstly, happy birthday. Can you kick off by explaining why you started the business and what you set out to achieve?
So prior to setting up Shaw, I had over 10 years of consultancy experience working initially for RSM Robson Rhodes, then Tribal, and then later NCC Group. The experience I gained from these companies was instrumental in my decision to start Shaw. And certainly towards the end of my time with these organizations, I was effectively running my own consultancy service within their business. I was responsible for developing the new services and working out how best to market them, promoting these services to my new and existing clients, and then delivering them. So I knew the customers that we worked with, bought from the person and not necessarily the company you work for. And this certainly had been my experience. So after working out how many days I needed to work just to cover the monthly bills, I started to develop my plan. I had a network of some really good consultants who brought a mix of different skills, which as the business has developed, I've called on when I've needed them. Some have worked for me for many years and others have been more recent. My vision for the business, which stands true today, was to match the best possible consultant to the customer's project, backed by a thorough quality management process, which we've developed over the years, which really represents outstanding value for money for the customers.
And what was the first project that you worked on?
So our first project at Shaw Consulting over 10 years ago now was advising North Somerset Housing, who are now called Alliance Homes. For them, we developed a specification of requirements for an enterprise works management solution. And using that specification, we then ran a competitive procurement, which resulted in Total Repairs and Total Mobile being selected. My contacts at North Somerset Housing were Gordon Flack and Mick Capern, who have now moved on to pastures new. They were a great organisation to work with, great group of people, both on the project. And, since then, we've delivered several other engagements for them over, these last 10 years.
And looking back, what would you say the most successful project has been over the last 10 years and why?
It's difficult to say, Steve. We've enjoyed working on so many, and I'd hope that all of them would be recognised as being successful. A few do stick out, though. About 5 years ago, we worked with Stafford and Rural Homes on the development of their ICT strategy. And following that, we were asked to lead on the implementation of that strategy and help with the transformation of their business. My colleague, John, led on this project and, working with their IT team and the business, they've transformed the way the IT systems operated, making them far more aligned to the operational practices and providing the information the business needed to operate effectively. And the project went really well. And as a result of that great work the IT team did, we were recognised and they were recognised as the best team of the year across the whole of their group.
And finally, looking forward, what does the next 10 years hold for the business?
Well, we still see a strong demand for the consultancy services that we provide currently, and we don't see that changing. We're continuing to develop and refine our own service delivery models and operations, making them as efficient as possible and as easy to access for our customers. And finally, we're working on the development of some new services, which I think the sector will really like, but we can't say what these are yet. They're in the early development stages.
Okay, that all sounds very promising. So thanks very much, Chris. Happy birthday again. And here's to a very successful next 10 years. Thank you.
Great. Thanks.